For 2 years, one number ran the entire AI trade: GPUs. How many you had, how fast you could get more. But the number that decides the next 2 years isn't how many GPUs get built, it's the ratio between GPUs and CPUs. Today, inside an AI data center, that ratio runs about 8-to-1. It's about to collapse toward 1-to-1. And the company sitting on both sides of that shift is AMD. Here's what most people get wrong. They think agentic AI just means more of the same, more GPUs, bigger training runs. It doesn't. Training a model is GPU heavy. But agents don't just train, they run. They reason in loops. They call tools. They pull data. They plan. They write code. They hold memory. And they check their own work. Almost all of that is CPU work. The thinking around the thinking. And every agent you add spawns more of it. So as agentic AI scales, that 8-to-1 ratio starts compressing. AMD's own CEO, Lisa Su, has said it plainly. The ratio is moving from 1-to-8 toward 1-to-1, and with enough agents, you could end up with more CPUs than GPUs. That's not a YouTuber's theory. That's the CEO on the record. And this is the part the market is slow to price in. AMD is one of the only companies that builds both engines, EPYC on the CPU side, Instinct on the GPU side. So when the ratio shifts, AMD doesn't lose one side to win the other. Both sides are its product. Same rack, same customer, bought twice. AMD now puts the server CPU market at over $120 billion by 2030, and it calls the new agentic CPU demand largely additive, meaning it stacks on top of GPU demand instead of eating into it. On top of that, AMD just became the data center revenue leader for the first time ever. The CPU story was already working. Agentic AI pours fuel on it. Now, this is where I slow you down. This is not a back up the truck video. AMD is the challenger in AI GPUs, not the king. Its software stack still has ground to make up. And the whole thesis leans on one thing actually happening: agentic AI scaling and AMD executing on an aggressive roadmap. If agents stall or the world stays a pure GPU game, AMD is just another company fighting for share. So don't watch the hype, watch the ratio. That single number, GPUs to CPUs, is the cleanest signal for whether this is playing out. 3 ways it goes. Bear case: agentic AI underdelivers. The software gap stays wide, and AMD stays a solid second place with no re-rating. Base case: agents grow steadily, the CPU layer quietly compounds, and AMD becomes a durable two-engine grower, taking GPU share while EPYC keeps grinding higher. Bull case: agentic becomes the default way AI runs, the ratio genuinely heads to 1-to-1, and AMD turns into the rare vendor selling the whole rack, CPU, GPU, and the fabric between them into a market that's been rebuilt around exactly what it makes. So while everyone keeps counting GPUs, here's the move. Watch the ratio. Because the moment the AI build-out stops being only about GPUs, AMD doesn't have to switch sides. It's already on both. This is Claw Strike decoding the AI revolution. And as always, this is research, not financial advice. Do your own.